Now is Congressman Eric Swalwell. He represents parts of the East Bay, including Dublin, Hayward, and Pleasanton. He's also running for governor. Congressman, thanks for being with us. We know you're disheartened. We know you're angry as to what's happening in Minnesota. I'd like to start, though, in real time. Are you encouraged at all by what's happened just in the last few hours? President Trump says he has had productive conversations with the governor of Minnesota.
Well, the troops are still in the streets, and so actions speak louder than words, and the president's administration is telling us not to believe our own eyes. And you know, Raj, conspiracy theorists told us that September 11 was a hologram. Trump told us January 6 was peaceful. ICE is saying that Renee Good was turning her steering wheel to the right and that Alex Preddy was holding a gun instead of filming with his phone. You know, you can shove endless lies in our ears, but you can't shove one in our eyes, because we can't forget something that we've seen in 4K. And so the first thing they can do is acknowledge the public execution that their agents committed in our streets.
Last week, House Democrats voted not to fund DHS. Senate Democrats might be doing the same thing this week. Is this just more political threats, or could we see a defunding of DHS in the short term?
We shouldn't give them a penny. If we give them a penny, we're going to lose another nurse named Preddy and a mom named Good. They need to have their budget crushed. They were asked to enforce immigration reform against the most violent among us. Instead, we've seen the majority of people who have been removed have been people without a criminal record. And Raj, for crying out loud, these guys deported a 6-year-old U.S. citizen battling stage 4 cancer. No one asked for that, and I would recommend every senator, at least on the Democratic side, if they're more reasonable on our side, to not give them a penny.
Congressman, you posted on social media, I think in the last 24 hours, that if you were elected governor here in California, ICE agents would not be allowed in this state. Is that the best way to handle this?
Yes, because they have lost all credibility with the people of this state. You have women being dragged by their hair, people running through the farms and the fields where they work. And these agents, in a masked, unidentified way, are terrorizing our community. So I've said as governor, if you wear a mask in our state, I will take away your driver's license. You will be unhirable if you have worked for ICE in our state. Again, this is not what anyone asked for. And the first job of a governor is to protect its people. I can't do anything on health care, on education, on economic development if people are scared and are afraid to leave their homes.
Congressman, I've known you for, more than 10 years now. Your own political rhetoric has changed. You've gotten a little more aggressive, at least publicly. Are you trying to match the style of President Trump, or is this you?
And this is me. I've never been shy. You know, I was a prosecutor in Oakland, and you can ask anyone who went up against me in the courtroom. You know, if I had the facts and the law on my side, you know, I would bring justice for the community. But I'm also honored, Raj, to say I have the endorsement of the California police chiefs. I work with law enforcement. My dad was a cop. My brothers are cops. I will always have their back. But this is not law enforcement, what you're seeing from ICE. This is lawlessness.
Congressman, thanks for your time tonight. We'll talk later about your gubernatorial run. But right now, Congressman Swalwell, have a good evening.
Thanks, Raj.